Dealing with difficult personalities is a hidden secret and a heavy burden. In work, transportation, on the street, and even in our homes, we sometimes encounter someone with a difficult personality, like the complainer who never stops exporting negativity to everything, or the sniper who belittles you with derogatory words during your moments of weakness, or the tank person who will not hesitate to run over you for their own benefit, or the hesitant or knowledgeable person who convinces others of his expertise. But you are surprised by the failure of your project with them due to their falsification of facts. We encounter all of these personalities on a daily basis, and in this book, dear reader, we will learn together the best way to deal with them. Dealing with Difficult Personalities by Brinkman and Kirschner. When dealing with people who have strong personalities, our reactions usually fall into 4 options. The first option is to stay in place and do nothing, which is a reaction that comes from the feeling of frustration and anger towards difficult people. The second option is to completely withdraw from the situation, which comes from the feeling that there is no solution to deal with such a person or situation. The third option is to change your mental attitude and learn a new way to deal with the difficult person or change your behavior that may be causing them to treat you this way. These options are the most common among people, but they are not the only. There are difficult personalities, like the silent person, who never initiates conversation and has an incredible ability to control his tongue. He does this only to avoid conflict, hurt others' feelings, or because he does not feel a certain emotion towards anyone. However, the problem with this person is that he will never be able to bond with others, and he will always remain an outsider. Therefore, withdrawal or silence in dealing with difficult personalities is not the ultimate solution. Sometimes, it may be an available solution, but it is not a definitive solution. With repeated interactions with difficult people and your attempts to avoid them, you may eventually become a difficult person to deal with. The negative person who does not take positive steps in dealing with difficult people is the least decisive in resolving issues. However, things also do not progress towards using aggression as a way of dealing with such people. It gradually begins with accepting the differences between these people, and then seeking common ground between you to make personal conversations more friendly and enjoyable for these people. Bit to remember, dealing with difficult personalities does not require escaping or surrendering, but rather assessing the level of aggressiveness in the situation and the person and creating common topics to talk about. When people express themselves, they generally want proof of 2 things. Firstly, that the other party has listened to them. Secondly, that the other party has understood them. A good listener is usually a good communicator. For example, if the person in front of you is annoying and difficult, and you interrupt him and do not let him speak, the situation will be worse. However, if you nod your head and let him speak without cutting off his thoughts, or indicate to him that you are listening carefully, and then during your response, you repeat part of what he has said to show that you were listening to him, then this person will feel that you are a good listener and deserves better treatment from him. You must understand that listening to such people is not surrender or weakness from you, but the opposite. Technically, you want a way and a bridge to deal with those who have difficult personalities. Therefore, you must accept that you are the rational party who wants to improve his relationship with all people, and this is the pinnacle of strength because with this mindset, you will be able to strengthen your relationships very effectively. One of the most important points to keep in mind when dealing with difficult personalities is to understand the reason why this person is behaving badly or disgustingly. Even if you do not reach the exact reason, guess the reason and deal with this person with kindness that will make you gain an immediate relationship of affection. If your guess is not correct, just try another guess. At that point, you will gain control over him through your knowledge of his weakness and your good handling of it. Bit to remember, listening to others is an art in itself, and it makes it easier for you to control the personalities around you. When dealing with a difficult person who adopts an aggressive approach, he will treat you as if you are a tank that wants to crush him because he will consider you a part of his problem and will not hesitate to harm you. To resist this tank, you must deal with such situations in a very decisive manner. The beginning should be that he will attack you almost with all his power. Therefore, at this time, you must maintain your position well and stand firm, never retreat, but don't be hostile or aggressive. Just be firm and strict, then move on to the next stage, which is when you interrupt him at the appropriate time, repeat his name over and over until you feel his full attention. Once you reach this point, never back down because aggressive person admires the person who is decisive and defends himself as long as he does not perceive your words as a direct attack on him. Maintain your voice level at 75% of your normal volume, but in a non-aggressive way. After that, you must repeat the accusation that he has made against you until he understands that you have listened to him carefully, but in a quick way because aggressive personalities have a short attention span. Then redirect the conversation towards the idea that you and he want the same thing, but he is not allowing you to achieve it. In this way and with this decisiveness, you did not make them your enemy. You must be decisive and do not respond to aggressive attacks with counterattacks because the conversation at that point may take a direction that could make you lose respect due to his recklessness. Also, do not defend or justify yourself because in this way, he will think that you are already guilty, and he is the judge against you. Also, do not remain silent because withdrawal with such people is considered cowardice and they will repeat their behavior. Bit to remember, you must remain steadfast and firm when facing a difficult person without showing any hostile reaction towards him. In many times, the difficult personality that you are dealing with is not apparent to others, but rather a skilled personality in hiding and causing harm in a covert way. This type of personality is called a sniper, who waits for the opportunity to harm others but in a hidden manner, so as not to be directly accused by anyone. To deal with such a personality, you must bring them out of their hiding place by using revealing questions. The sniper's personality is often deceptive and capable of twisting any problem to his advantage. However, you should ask these questions innocently, as if you do not intend to expose him completely, because if so, he may take a hostile position. Just try to make him aware that you are capable of exposing him, and then he will avoid you because you are the only one in his environment who can turn his strength into a weakness. During your interactions with difficult personalities, there is nothing wrong with making peace initiatives, in which you personally or publicly propose an alternative behavior to promote peace in your relationship. This behavior should be based on mutual respect. Of course, there are personalities that are so difficult that they will not accept this, and then you must continue to deal with them cautiously. However, you will also find personalities that are adjustable and accept reconciliation. In the end, the most important thing in dealing with such difficult personalities is to always take a firm stand, have your own personality and do not withdraw, and do not show any type of hostility. Bit to remember, dealing with difficult personalities requires a wise mind in order to make peace initiatives, reconciliation, and smartly absorb any type of hostility.